Meanwhile, very warm welcome back to the Puskás Arena here in Budapest, and a disappointed Thierry Henry, who just watched his Arsenal lose on penalties. The worst way to lose one of these finals, Thierry.
Yeah, because you were close, but if you analyze the final properly, there wasn't much in it. You knew how Arsenal was going to approach the game, especially after they scored, even more so. And then Paris Saint-Germain was trying to find a way, and you saw at the end they couldn't. They went back in the game with a penalty, but they were trying to push. And overall, if you look at the situation, the shot of Vitinha towards the end, the deflected shot also by Miles Lewis on the post.
Chance.
Barcola not being able to push the ball straight, if not it's a 1v1. But other than that, there was not a lot of stuff created. It's always difficult to lose on penalty, yeah, obviously.
It's just a horrible way, though, isn't it? We build up, we're doing analysis before the game. How's the game going to go? We know Arsenal are going to be good defensively. We've said that. PSG, they was good in spells, a load of possession, but couldn't break Arsenal down. But then to lose it on a penalty shootout, that is devastating stuff. That's talking about the fine margins in football, which no matter who you support, you have to feel for. Even if it would have been PSG, you would have to feel. But I feel for the Arsenal today because defensively, I thought that as a group, they were outstanding.
Yeah, he's right. You have to feel for them. You also have to celebrate PSG, who held their nerve in a moment like that, Jamie.
Yeah, of course. And for a long time, it didn't look like they were going to break them down. They still didn't create a lot of chances in the game. I don't think Ryan made a save. And I go back to something that happened in the first half. I mean, PSG were dominating the game, but there was a situation with Kai Havertz just before half-time, and it looked like it opened up, and someone comes across, makes a great block, keeps it at 1-0. But I would say, I think Arsenal tonight have lost on penalties, but they've taken the best team in the world over 120 minutes. Because, to me, there is a golfing clash between the two teams when you look at the attacking players on the pitch to start with. So, for a team, actually, Arsenal, and this kind of happened before, they haven't lost a game in the Champions League. They haven't lost one game. And they don't end up with a trophy. So when you think about small details, you're talking about the penalties, rightly so. To go through a Champions League campaign, not losing the game is absolutely magnificent and so unlucky to come out on the wrong side of it.
You've been in this situation, Thierry, where you're in a Champions League final and with Arsenal and you come out on the wrong side of it. Just how long did it take you to process that emotionally?
At the very beginning, quickly, because we had to go to the World Cup with France in 2006. You have to reprogram yourself to make sure that you don't think about it. And then when you go back and you start to think that you lost the Champions League final, obviously, with the club after, obviously, after when I left Arsenal, I became an Arsenal supporter. Then it becomes more heavy, obviously, because you remember final that you lose. I'm sure, Jamie, the same with you. But at the moment that I lost it with the Arsenal, I was thinking straight away I need to concentrate because the World Cup was coming. I had to make that switch. If not, you can't stay on that. But like I said, people don't like to embrace failure, and this is not failure. I will be honest, that's a great season for Arsenal Football Club. You came short against an outstanding team. You pushed them all the way. They didn't open you up that much. But failure helps you win at one point. So make sure you feel it. And don't keep it too much, but we will be back.
Eze, Gabriel, what words of encouragement would you like to give them personally?
I always say when you go and take a penalty, I will always have respect for you. I don't know how he went, how he arrived to be the fifth guy, but he went. And so how he played the whole season and how he played tonight was just immense. Not only him, by the way. But you can't, he missed it. But we're going to talk about. He went though, he didn't hide.
Steven Gerrard has joined us. We've spoken all season about how special this PSG team are. Just sum up for me.
I'm running out of words because I've been doing it for so long now. I think the key manager, when he removed a lot of ego, a lot of big names out of the dressing room, and he's created a squad and a team that are capable of winning any competition. They've got so many world-class players, so adaptable, well-drilled, well-coached. They deserve every applaud that you can possibly give them. They deserve to be double-time Champions League winners. But take nothing away from Arsenal as well. They were fantastic. They made a fantastic final of it. It's very cruel on them. To lose a game of football in general is tough, but to lose it on a penalty shootout is even more cruel. So you've got to feel for them.
Do you think it will be difficult for Arsenal to bounce back from this? Or do you think they've got the right manager at the helm?
No, I don't, because I look across the Arsenal team, I look across the squad, I don't see much ego. I see a lot of professional players who've been fantastic now for a period of time. I see a young, hungry manager that has done incredible things with this group of players. You can't let this setback take anything away from becoming Premier League champions. I tried to do that for 15 years with good teams, good players for Liverpool, and it is immensely tough. Martin done it. Jack will tell you how difficult it is to win that league. Arsenal done it 10 days ago, so they deserve a lot of applaud. They deserve a lot of credit tonight.
In the
You've got to feel
Puskás.
for them. It's cruel. But if you are going to lose a final, you lose it in that way where you run into the ground for each other and you give it everything you've possibly got. And they lost it on penalties. It's a shame.
When you talk about characters in this Arsenal side, there are none bigger than Declan Rice. Let's hear from him. He's speaking with Danny Jameson.
Declan, it's huge commiserations. I mean, can you put into words how much that hurts?
Yeah, it's gutting. It's devastating to lose the Champions League final on penalties. But I had to take a lot of perspective from how far we've come as a group, An incredible season, 63rd game in all competitions tonight, giving it absolutely everything up until this point with the game to penalties. And look, it's a lottery. It's football, You can you either win on pens or you lose on pens. And some of the best teams ever have lost on penalties in finals, and we was on the receiving end of that tonight. But look, we win together, we lose together. And I'm so proud of this group and these boys. What a season. It's been incredible. I can't speak highly enough of everyone. So look, I'm obviously gutted, but I'm just trying to take a little bit of perspective from when we started back last July to where we are now. It's been an incredible journey this season. So yeah, we'll be back.
How is Gabriel and Eberechi after the penalties?
Yeah, devastated. Obviously, to miss a penalty in the Champions League final is not nice. But we love them, we're with them, and look, it happens in football. They're not going to be the last players to miss penalties in finals. Everyone's missed a penalty, and without them two this season, we wouldn't have won the Premier League. That's for sure. Gabriel has run out of words for him as a person, as a player, and Eze as well. The crucial goals come up with for us this year. It happens. It's football and it's cruel. But look, we take the positives and we keep going.
The game was so tight. There was one incident in extra time that you were particularly unhappy about. Do you think you should have had a penalty on Noni?
Oh, I've not seen it back yet. At first glance on the pitch, I think he's ahead of Nuno Mendes, and if I'm looking back at the one we got against Bayer Leverkusen, it's very, very similar. But look, I'm not going to get into that. Obviously, I was gutted at the time because I thought the ref would go have a look, but it was obviously not clear enough to be a pen, and I thought it was, and so did our bench and our players. But look, against PSG, you need to be mentally on it for the whole game. I'm sure a lot of people would have wanted a game like how Bayern played them, but if we would have gone out there and played like that, that's what they want, and that's how they score 5 and 6 against opponents. So you've got to be really resilient, really switched on, a lot of communication, and as the game went on, we really were into the game, had some really good chances, nullified them to hardly any, to be honest with you. But look, fair play to them. A great team, great manager, great individuals, and yeah, they've lost loads over the years, and obviously now they're having their time, and I feel like that's going to keep happening with us. We were having these small losses, but we're going to go on and keep pushing to try and achieve something big.
Obviously, being into the dressing room, what has Mikel Arteta kind of said to you? Is it a moment to be hurt for tonight, but be really proud of what you've achieved and the progress you've made?
He's gutted. Yeah, he's gutted. We're all gutted. It's a Champions League final. The emotions and the stakes are so high. Yeah, it's cruel. It's cruel. That's football. But look, he just spoke about how much he loves us as a group. This season, what we've done in terms of how we've been every single game, 100%, given absolutely everything with everything that's been thrown at us. I think we've come really far as a group this year. I think we've come really far, and this is only the start for this group again. Obviously, we got over the line in the Premier League. It was a dream come true. This would have been one step further. It wasn't meant to be, but we keep building. Since I come to the club, it was a quarter-final exit, semi-final, now a final. So look, we keep going, we keep staying positive, and that's one thing about this group. It's ain't going to define us.
Appreciate your time, thank you.
Top man.
Okay, we're now joined by Luis Enrique, who's just guided his team to another Champions League win. I know you're a very fit man. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I know you're a very fit man, but how is your heart after those penalties?
I decided a long time ago to rest calm and trying to enjoy the last thing, because you need luck to win that kind of penalties, but I think we were great in terms of quality in the ball and also with the goalkeeper.
To win back-to-back Champions League is an incredible achievement. Just sum up what it means to you and your team.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think we deserve, maybe today both teams deserve to win, but the way we played the whole season, I think we deserve to win the Champions League, and we are very lucky, also we are very happy and trying to be there next year. Why not?
What is, this play's got a very young squad, a lot of top talent. What's next for this team? What is it capable of?
It's a normal situation when you have a lot of quality players, but we need to renew the squad because everyone has their position, but we need to play for the position. We need to get new players. We need to solve the things that normally you have to do in a team like Paris Saint-Germain.
How difficult was it against Arsenal? Because you've had some very tough matches in the Champions League already. What was it like tonight?
I think the match started the best way for them. They scoring a lucky action. After that, it was pleasure for them because they know how to defend. It was very tough. We are used to attacking that way with a lot of players behind the ball, but against them they are strong physically. They try to take advantage in any action. Very tough. I think we deserve to draw the match, and at the end we are happy winning that trophy.
Yeah, I'm going to show you a graphic here, Luis. Show you're in such great company here. Most European Cup or UCL wins in terms of managers. Carlo Ancelotti is just ahead of you, but look, you're on that list of excellent company.
Okay.
And you're not done yet, though, are you?
We'll see.
This team 5 possible? No.
4. I can sign 4.
Well, you go and enjoy it, Luis. Thank you so much. Luis Enrique there, going to enjoy his Champions League win with this incredible team that have been. Thank you. Been absolutely wonderful. Look, that graphic that popped up. Is he one of the greats? You've got to. For sure. To different clubs as well.
Look, for sure. Some of the names he's on that he deserves. Let's not forget the trauma that he had, a few years back with his daughter as well, to sort of continue to be an elite manager after going through that as well. That also deserves respect.
In Puskas Arena, and it's heartbreak for Arsenal. Could follow up that Premier League title with a Champions League win. Let's have a little look at the penalties and the heartbreaking moments that Arsenal fans might want to look away now. Let's start with Eza. He walked to take his penalty, and it was this stuttered run, Jack.
Yeah, and listen, I understand people will say, why are you doing that? But he does that. That's his process. He'll practice that way, and he probably scored the last 10 he's done in training. This is a different. I mean, I've never taken one in a Champions League final. Owen has, but I can just imagine the pressure, that walk, feeling like a really long walk, and tough for him because he's got excellent technique as well, and he'll be devastated.
I've never been a big fan of the other step. I just think it puts you under more pressure, especially if the goalkeeper stands still. And I think that sort of step, I prefer the Harry Kane one where you just pick your corner and smash it in the corner. I think we saw some brilliant ones, Declan. We saw some fantastic penalties. I just think that one, if you stutter step, you can put a bit of doubt in your own mind if the goalkeeper doesn't move, and I think that's what it is. And one thing I would say is you have to hit the target. If the goalkeeper saves it, he saves it, but I think they had 2 missed, and you don't even really give yourself a chance to score, and I feel for the lads because they're 2 brilliant players and brilliant lads, but look, they'll have to learn from this.
The keeper does magnificent on that, though. I think he's standing up, then he guesses right, and then I think he's trying to overcompensate the opposite corner. He's not really set in his mind, and he just puts he's waiting, start. The keeper's like, okay, I'm going to put it to the left, and he goes that way, and he tries to then reverse it. I think he's trying to whip it around, and he just puts too much on it.
But see, if the goalkeeper stands still on the start step, it puts doubt in the attacking player, doesn't it, Jack?
Yeah, you have.
And you can see, as it wasn't sure, as he thought, and Martin, you made a great point. He probably just overcooked a bit.
You're right. It's almost like exactly what you said, Owen. Stutter run up, obviously trying to put the keeper off, but it was almost too long, like too much, and it kind of got in his own head, Jack.
Yeah, I think at some point he probably, as well, he put too much on it, but he probably made the decision of what way he was going. But you're right, the goalie the goalie's stopping and waiting and waiting and waiting. You've got a decision to make. It's not saying I'm going to stutter, but I'm still going to go the same way. But then there is a moment where you have a little bit of doubt, and he obviously had that. Thought he had to put a little bit more on it, and yeah, missed the target.
I think we should say that about the courage that it takes to step up and take those penalties. You're standing there and you're like, hold on, who's going to take this? So Gabriel steps up, of course, and then misses the next one. I think that was a lot of courage to do that.
Martin, that's the point. I agree. Anybody that steps up, hats off to you. But I would say, it takes courage to step up there. But I think you've got to take a little bit of a doubt out of that. And if you start a step, I think you can give yourself a little bit more doubt. Pick your corner and smash it in there. Do you know what I mean?
We talked about this.
Simplify it.
Keep it clear in your mind.
Because it's a very stressful moment as a player.
God, David Raya save. This was the third penalty for Mendes. There's something special about David Raya all season that you felt like he might save penalty. What was this feeling, Martin?
Well, at that point, I'm starting to feel it's going to turn, and there's some luck. This is already better than the penalty shootout I was involved in, by the way, many years ago. And I thought, this could turn now, and their crowd's quietened a little bit.
It's a great save, but then the next, I can't remember who it was. That's a big one. That's a big one, because I think Stevie said in commentary, like, that's a momentum swing. Like, just because he saved it, and you have to step up the next one, put it away, and I thought they'd done that well.
Yeah, and that was Declan's moment, and he, in a way, he's such a leader, and you almost, as he stepped up, you almost felt like you knew he was going to put that one away.
Yeah, I think there's no doubt with Dec, his technique. I mean, you saw the free kicks he scored last year. When he connects, he hits it sweet. There's no saving that, and he was clear with that in his mind, and he stepped up, and you didn't have any doubt he was going to miss.
Let's look at Gabriel's penalty, because Beraldo stepped up. He'd obviously come off bench. His penalty was incredibly pressured, and so was Gabriel's, and this was a moment.
Yeah. Again, Martin, there's another bit of stutter step in there. One thing, hopefully we got another angle of it where just before he shoots, he kind of looks up. And I think even that is so, Jack, I think technically that's such a hard thing to do, like he's looking up. I would have just been focused on the ball, but
again, the goalkeeper guesses the right side. Then maybe does he feel he has to put a little bit more on it, and you lift it, the ball just takes off in those situations.
Yeah. Look, you need a luck in these kind of situations as well, and Arsenal didn't win either of the tosses, didn't get to take the first penalty, and didn't get to shoot towards their fans. And the PSG fans, all game, we're looking at them, they were so loud, considering there's quite a lot more Arsenal fans in this stadium. It was the PSG fans that you could hear all game.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big advantage, but it was probably 75% Arsenal fans in here. But that little small section, they did make some noise, but having the penalty shootout there,
when you're in that situation of being on the receiving end of that, the noise, it's like wasps in your ear when you're taking it, and it's nice and calm for them when they take theirs. It's such a different environment. Look, one team gets that advantage. That toss is, this game really come down to a flick of a coin, really, in the sense.
Okay, let's get some reaction from the PSG camp. Ilya Zavan's with Jules. Ilya, congrats.